JNN is brought to you by Photography in Light.
Coming up on JNN, new traffic signs in the east and west parking lot are in place for all drivers. Nate Cato opens the fall sports box. Football has placed concussion sensors inside player helmets. And Mariah Dominguez goes up front with the Cube Club. All this and more on today's JNN. Hi, I'm Stephanie Romero.
And I'm Tabar Devone, and today is Friday, September 26th.
Welcome to our first broadcast of the school year.
JNN is glad to be back. We're coming at you today in two different ways, here in the studio and online at JagNews.net.
So let's get started. A new campus rule has been made to the east and west parking lot. School officials and law enforcement ramp up efforts to steer exiting drivers in the right direction. Tommy Tran and Ali Andronico bring you the story.
Starting this month, there is only one right way to exit the school parking lots. The school no longer permits drivers to make left-hand turns out of the east and west parking lot exits. This change is in place due to concerns voiced by drivers.
Probably about 3 weeks ago, we had them installed with something we've been working on actually since last spring. There's been various complaints from our parents and student drivers. And after taking a look at it, we realized we did consider it a safety concern. And so we requested from our district that we have these signs installed.
The issue that these drivers see is that when exiting the parking lot before and after school, traffic is delayed. To combat this problem, Gregori's administration, campus supervisors, and the campus police officer have teamed together to implement the new set of rules.
We had the city schools maintenance come down here. They put in the signs, they painted the arrows down on the ground. As far as enforcing it, we've tried to go out there and just kind of be seen there at the corners. Hopefully that would get the parents and students to make the right decision pulling out of the parking lot. Well, as far as parents, that would be as far as something law enforcement have to deal with. We're not going to be writing tickets for that. As far as students go, part of their when they sign their parking permit is to abide by all the school rules, which would be the rules in the parking lot. So that can be speeding in the parking lot, that can be not making the right turns out of the parking lot, and that can be reason to have their parking permit pulled.
The new policy is not a law. Instead, it is a school rule. The consequences of violating this policy are similar to any other traffic law.
Right now, that this right turn only has been designated by the school, so I don't believe that it's been surveyed by the county or CHP to where they believe that there's a need. However, like I said, if a left turn was made and a traffic collision did occur or could occur, citation still would be enforceable. I understand that it's an inconvenience and there's a lot of cars trying to get out, and we all understand that, but try to do it as safely as possible, because you don't want to cause that collision or almost cause a collision, because all it takes is for somebody to come and slam on their brakes, honk their horn, and if I believe that a collision could have occurred because of that left turn, then a citation, will be given.
Drivers who do not abide by the rule to turn right may be subject to a citation. If you need to turn left, you've got to do it from the traffic light. This has been Tommy Tran and Ali Andronico reporting for JNN.
Just remember, it's not right to turn left. The drama department has begun the production of High School Musical. The cast is seeking volunteers to help build and paint sets. See drama advisor Nancy Maxon in the J Building for more info. The floral department in room M103 is open for students. They are selling balloons and flowers for delivery. Insidious 2 will be played in the gym tonight, starting at 7 p.m. Popcorn and soda will be sold for $5, and yogurt milk will be on sale. If you are planning on attending, you must bring your lanyard. The PSAT will be held here at Grigori on Wednesday, October 15th. There is a limited number of tests available, and it's on sale for $16 in the SBO. This test is used as a preview for the SAT that you will be taking your junior or senior year. The sound of zipping cubes is being heard in classrooms and in hallways across Gregory. JNN's Mariah Dominguez goes up front to find the place and the time where these cubers concentrate.
Hey Jags, I'm Mariah Dominguez and this is Up Front. For the next 4 months, I am traveling across campus visiting different clubs as they show me just what it is that they do. Kind of like a mini road trip. Anyways, for this episode, Cube Club. Let's take a look at how it went. As I walked into L208, science teacher David Winfrey's room, I was greeted by some of the most welcoming people I have met on campus. So I got settled in, and after a while, I realized I wasn't really learning anything. They were all just telling me the step-by-step process that was pretty difficult to grasp.
Hand down.
Like that?
No, other way. Yeah, and then move it to the right.
And when they got frustrated with me, they would literally take the cube out of my hands and face it the way they wanted. Must be rough matching up all the different colors. But it's actually pretty fun. Well, that was interesting. Maybe now I can try to solve a Rubik's Cube on my own. I think I'll probably never get the hang of that. Nevertheless, I want to thank the Cube Club members for showing me how it's done. Well, I'm Mariah Dominguez, and I just got up front with Cube Club.
Pretend this is your head. Wing your head. Twirly. Twirly, twirly.
Yeah! I did it.
Okay.
It took time, but I did it.
Thanks, Mariah. Cube Club meets every Wednesday in room L208 during lunch. CSF applications are due today in history teacher Amanda Nestlin's room in N109. Deadlines for the ACT and SAT are approaching. See college counselor Cindy Shepard in the L Building office. Testing must be done before college application deadlines. ASVAB is an interest inventory used by the military branches to track occupational skills and to find the best direction for your future if you are planning on joining the military after graduation. The ASVAB test is offered to juniors and seniors on Thursday, October 10th. See Hope Duffy in the N Building for more information. Along with today's webcast, the JNN staff is launching the online newspaper with fresh content from this school year. Check out JagNews.net for stories and multimedia, including an audio story regarding the school's involvement in our social media, how a staff member here on campus was struck by West Nile, changes to the food we are consuming here at Gregory, profiles on new teachers, and more. Be sure to take a look. Next up, Nate Cato brings us the JNN Fall Sports Box.
What's up, Jags? I'm Nate Cato reporting to you the latest news on Gregory varsity athletics from right here in the Fall Sports Box. Preseason is coming to a close, and that means league is right around the corner. Cross country has already competed in 3 major events. On September 6th, the Jags raced at the Sierra Invitational, where Mario Medina finished 2nd, and Anthony Arraza placed 5th. For the girls, Tori Maravilla placed 9th. On September 11th, they raced at the MMC Cluster Meet, where Medina and Arraza came in 1-2. Unfortunately, Maravilla strained her calf muscle and did not finish the race. Cross country also competed at the Lowell Invitational in San Francisco on Saturday. Schools from all over Northern California ran in this event. Medina placed 12th for the boys, and for the girls, Maya Torres placed 6th, and Tierney Herman placed 22nd. Volleyball won their first league match against Bayer. The Lady Jags opened up their MMC season with a victory, beating the Patriots in all 3 sets of the game. 25-20, 25-20 again, and 25-14. Girls golf beat Davis on Tuesday 241-312, boosting their league record to 4-1. According to head coach Brad Stewart, the girls are currently ranked 2nd in the MMC behind Enoch's. The girls tennis team is dominating league. The girls are 4-0 in the MMC so far, stomping through Bayer 6-3, Davis 9-0, Mohai 8-1, and Johansson 8-1. Boys water polo is 2-0. The Jags defeated Bayer 19-11 last Thursday, and on Tuesday they beat Davis 16-10. One of the team's largest contributors, junior Christian Britton, is now joined by his freshman brother, Andrew, a new addition to the varsity team. They each scored 5 goals. Girls water polo is 1-1. The Lady Jags couldn't find a way to stop the Patriots last week and lost 8-9. However, the girls beat Davis on Tuesday, winning 12-8. While water polo was dominating the pools, boys soccer was tearing it up on the Davis field. The Jags defeated Spartans 5-1 on Tuesday and tied Bayer 0-0 last week. For more recent scores, including those from yesterday's games, go to JagNews.net. Varsity football met East Union at the Don Lamphere Stadium last night. The Jags were down 7-0 for the whole first half of the game. While others thought they were going to have trouble with the Lancers, head coach Jason McCoy had other plans.
I told them, don't panic, don't panic. We were down 7-0, we were getting the ball back at half. We knew a lot of their guys and their team went both ways. And a lot of guys in our team just play one way, and we felt that, we're in really good shape. So we felt that we could wear them down the second half, and we were getting the ball back, and we needed to score right away, and then hold them on defense and score again, and then hopefully their guys would start, pushing themselves and doubting themselves, and then once we saw, we had a nice little lead, it gives us more of an opportunity to be, more aggressive, on the defensive end when we have that lead.
The Jags took a victory 42-15 over the Lancers. Black Hat Football says that Grigori is an honorable mention for the playoffs, and Modesto B puts the Jags on the bubble to crack the local top 10. With football tied with Downey for third place in the league, let's see where this season goes. Well, that's it for this week's Fall Sports Box. I'm Nate Cato, signing off. Back to you, Tabari.
Thanks, Nate. Also on the football field are new concussion sensors. Anaisa Medina brings us the story on how a JV player made this possible.
Concussions have been a growing concern the last several years that affects not only pro athletes, but athletes at every level. Last year, as a freshman, student-athlete Dominic Barandica took the beginning steps to immediately identify concussions on the field and protect our players.
It's a set of 5 sensors, one in the front, top, and each side, and in the back. Once a certain threshold is received, it'll send an electrical charge to the receiver, which will send to the monitor.
The 36 units are evenly distributed throughout all levels and positions. Designated to provide immediate feedback to the sideline whether a player may have obtained a concussion. When a significant impact is made to a player, it is sent directly to a handheld device that goes to Barandica's father, who volunteers as a doctor on the sideline.
It tells me immediately whether there's a player, it tells me which player, and it tells me the number of the player, and it'll let me know to take a look at them immediately to say, hey, do they have a concussion or not? So it doesn't diagnose concussions, but it tells me to watch out for them and which player to watch out for, because I can't see every player at all times.
With the support of Doctors Medical Center, funding the Insight technology was made easier by their generosity.
It was kind of hard to get it all in line. I had to do my grant proposal, so they ended up giving us $10,000 in order to use all 36 units this season.
Barandica wishes to further his dream of making the game he loves safer and spread the technology to other Modesto City schools. This has been Anaisa Medina reporting for JNN.
Well, that's it for JNN today. We'll be back in 2 weeks. That's Friday, October 10th. I'm Stephanie Romero.
And I'm Tabari Devone. See you then.
then.
Ready?
Go.